Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Time running out on silver. It's almost the end of the year. Where will silver go? Let's explore. I'm recording this video on the last day of the month for November 2021. We will have one more month to go before the end of the year. And right now, I'm pretty nervous about my prediction on where silver was going to end up, or at least touch upon by the end of the year. I'd originally made that prediction that silver would hit $30, in between $30 and $35. I didn't necessarily say it would stay there, but I predicted it would go there before retreating back, if it did at all. Well, so far, it came nowhere close to $30, and we have 1 month to go. Now, I'm going to be pretty stubborn. I'm going to stick with my prediction of $30 on the low end of where silver could go before the end of the year, but it's becoming less and less likely that that is going to take place, and that is going to occur. Even though we've seen a lot in the market, and with inflation, with this new variant, the Omicron variant, and other geopolitical factors, that leaves one scratching in their head as to what's going on with silver. Why is it not performing like we think it should? Timing is everything, and so far, the timing is not working out for silver. We must be patient during these times. And it will take a while. We've seen this before. We've been down this road, although the circumstances were different to a degree. It is not unusual for silver to lag behind, not only gold, but also the markets in general. If we look back 2 years ago, silver is still up above what it was then. But that doesn't really mean a whole lot for those who got in the market in 2020. Or earlier in 2021, when silver was pushing $28, almost $29 an ounce. We retreated far back from there. In fact, as I record this video, silver is hovering just under $23 an ounce. And many of us didn't think we'd see this and go this low. So this video is sort of a placeholder. A lot of us are frustrated with the metals. It's understandable. Patience and perseverance are what is needed at this point in time, because when you sell, that is when you lose, at least the silver that you sold at a higher price. Now, premiums are something else you must take into account and consider, and that has changed a lot this year. Of course, last year it did as well too. The supply chains and the like were starting to have problems then in 2020 and only exacerbated in 2021. So the question for you is, where do you think silver is going to go by the end of next month? In other words, the end of the year. Post in the comment section below where you think silver is going to arrive, because I'm very curious to see the pulse of the community. Psychology plays a pretty important role in how the markets react. Case in point, even from within this community, we saw the prices climb up for a couple of days, and on my Sunday night market watch, I asked the question, will silver reach $26 an ounce after it had climbed up above 24 into the 25 range? And a majority said yes. Fast forward a week later, when the prices fell, I asked if the silver would go up or down, and most said down. We are now in a few consecutive days of a depressed silver market. So that being said, who knows where the price is going to go, but I want to get your feel upon where you think the price will go. Realistically, where do you think the price will go within the next month? Keep in mind we have the holiday season coming up, and so that will weigh probably down on precious metals because people aren't as focused on the precious metal markets. They are focused on other things such as gift giving and the like. And so the markets tend to be a bit more tepid But 2021 has been anything but a usual year, and certainly over the holiday seasons, we have seen dramatic moves in precious metal prices. But time is running out on silver for this year. But time will never run out on silver overall. It's the long game, if you want to consider it a game, which, by the way, I think saving for wealth preservation is not a game. It's a way of life. Saving should be something we do on a continual basis. And what better way to do it than to hold a little silver, but also gold. The gold is a metal that tends to be a little bit more resilient against these wild market moves. But silver is a metal that's volatility can play to our favor. And certainly when it bounces back, it will bounce back relatively hard compared to gold. We've seen the markets react relatively strangely over the past couple of months because the markets have been strange. The situation has been odd all around. But I think we can rest in the notion that the silver that we've accumulated at higher prices is not going to take terribly long in order for us to see that work itself out in terms of wealth preservation. It's just going to take a while, and it's going to depend on how you bought your silver. Did you make a huge, massive purchase of 1,000 ounces at $27 an ounce? Or a couple of tubes of Eagles when silver is riding above 26? I don't know. It could happen. It could have happened to you. Did you wait for a dip to buy? Did you buy your precious metals when the prices fell? Did you make a large purchase of silver when it went under 22 not that long ago? Maybe you bought 500 ounces when it went under $22. You're doing very well right now in wealth preservation if that's the case. If you bought it at $27 or $28 an ounce, it's going to take quite a bit longer for you to realize any gains there. Time is running out on silver for the calendar year. As for predictions that many of us has made at the beginning of the year, I'd say there's a pretty good possibility that I'm going to be wrong. But as I said in my previous videos, I don't bank my reputation on my predictions because I do them just for fun. And I don't think you should stake your reputation or your purchases based off my predictions. Or anybody's predictions for that matter, because who knows? Who knows where the price is going to go? There's so many different factors that come into play that can move the prices up or down. And I think that's one reason why I think blaming it on manipulation is a fool's errand, because of the variety of different things that can react, that can affect the markets even within hours of news posting about a variant or what the Fed chair says. That's not to say that manipulation doesn't happen, although I would like to separate manipulation from suppression. I think those are two distinctive different things. I believe there is manipulation that happens, and I've documented on this channel, but I've not seen any hard evidence of price suppression. But one thing's for sure, no matter what you believe in terms of suppression, manipulation, or the like, we know that silver is here to stay, and it has a value that transcends what the paper markets say. We understand that in the physical world when we buy it. I think rising premiums prove that out too. Not only rising premiums when you go to purchase these metals, but also when you go to sell your precious metals. You are gaining back some of that premium that you may have lost. You'll still lose a bit of premium if the prices stay the same, but that's just it. The prices don't stay the same. They move up or down. And so far this year, silver has proven itself to be a horrible wealth preservation device if you measure it based off of 1 year's time. Let me close with this as far as people who are a little bit down on silver right now. I can understand your frustration for sure. You have to be smart when buying it, which is why I always encourage what I refer to as smart or intelligent dollar cost averaging, the best way to buy silver. Buy more of it when the price dips, especially dramatically, and especially if you can save somewhat on premiums, and much less of it if the price spikes. In fact, if the price spikes dramatically up a great amount, I would caution from buying any at all at that particular point in time. But there you have it. So let me know what your thoughts are. Time is running out on silver for the calendar year. Where do you think the price will be by the end of the year, the end of next month? A multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and I encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.